I feel like Gen Z and millennials are the main ones stepping up and being like, I need culturally competent care. I need people who look like me, who represent the communities that I come from.
We know that they are looking for resources. They're looking for community, but there are so many inequities, and it's different for various communities. And one of the ways that we're approaching that is by offering preventive type, mental health first aid tools to them. We have a free online 90-minute certificate-based course, and it actually teaches young people how to have conversations about mental health, understand when someone's in a crisis, help get them to resources, know the language, and have the confidence to assist them. And generally, young people will turn to each other.
I feel like there's been a shift over the past decade or couple decades within the Black community, specifically around mental health, being able to have these conversations, young people really pushing these conversations forward with their elders.
When I came into the field 30 years ago, people didn't talk in general about mental health. And now you have all kinds of people who are talking about it. And specifically, people didn't talk about it in the African American community. That has changed a lot in the last, I would say, 15 years. And I would say in the last 5 to 10 years, you've seen a real acceleration in very prominent African Americans coming out talking about mental health. One of the things that we learned is that how you talk about these issues matters. So let me give you an example. So one of the groups that we really wanted to reach was Black men, African American men, Latino men, Asian men, because we know that those are groups that access services at a much lower rate than other groups. And so we started doing storytelling events that allowed people to talk about their experiences. But we didn't talk about mental health or mental illness. We talked about mental strength and people talking about what they had done to be successful. That simple reframing of the issue allowed us a way to have access and allow people to have access to that issue that had we come with sort of a traditional verbiage around mental health, we want to talk to you about depression or anxiety or depression, don't think we would have gotten as far. As a field, we have to do more to meet people where they're at. We have to modify our language, the way we approach things, and to deal with things outside of the sort of traditional settings that we typically deal with these issues.
Dr. Dowd, when you think about funding and proliferating these resources, you've been in parts of the world where really it does come down to money a lot of the times to get people the help that they need. What's on your heart about how we could be doing better for these people?
Stigma is about mental health. It's even in the West. You have it maybe more in the East, but it comes also to funding. When we ask for funding for our work, even the donors that give us the money, you see that they have some kind of hesitation, because when you send the reports, all goes for salaries. Yeah, with psychologists, where like, I can't buy pizza with this. The stigma is also inside us. My dad, until now, he's depressed because I'm not a surgeon anymore. So he's like, he used to walk in the village. I'm the father of the...
Now he's the mental health lifeguard. So, yeah.
So we have this problem in the issues of funding mental health. And when it comes also for programs of rescue, and like we come back from 1 month in Turkey. We arrived 3 days after. And I was like, God, what are you doing? Like, they had some kind of a program from the European Union for funding the rescue operation, and nothing comes for mental health. And I say, why? And they say, no, after we finish the rescue and take the people out of the houses and stuff. I said, I have this 3-year-old baby with me 2 days. I don't know whose the parents is. Like, what kind of life I can do? Like, I'm the only person here, me and my team, talking about mental health. So even for big NGOs and people who work in the field for years, when you see a catastrophe like earthquake or hurricane, it's still the physical needs is overcome the mental health, and it comes for really generous donors that can give you some here and some there, and it's a fight for sustainability all the time. But what we are trying now to do in what we do is really to advocate and to try to be in everywhere so people can really understand that it's minutes matters. It's a fight. You know, we already exist almost 10 years now, and we're still fighting every year. I think there's a movement. I think people start acknowledging more these needs, especially after the COVID, but still a lot needs to be done.